Now, some might suggest that foot in it Fergie literally strikes again. As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today. Thank you so much for taking the time out as ever. As you know, I'm a big fan of Sarah, the Duchess of York. She's one of those resilient characters, isn't she, that strikes back, and literally she's had a bad year herself. As I know so many of us, you know, watching our show, our friendship group, our chums, you know, I do like to know what's happening in your lives, and thank you for sharing it all with me. And for anybody who's going through difficulties, I know I often say, but truly, you know, if we can help in any way, just by cheering you up, a bit of a smile, a laugh, a giggle or something like that, it just gets us through, doesn't it, the darker points. You know, it's a lot harder for so many people who are truly on their own, and I do honestly feel for you. Now, of course, you know that Sarah, the Duchess of York, is trying to, shall we say, rechange her view, as it were. She's going after the Gen Z. If you don't know this, the Gen Z lot, and I say this not because we're stupid, I have to look at these things. I don't know half the time, you know, what these people are. Everything's got an abbreviation. Have you noticed? It's not called representative now. We reached out to their rep. What's wrong with using real words? Does anger me that. Anyway, the Gen Z brigade are the people that are born in the 2000s, you know, and they're apparently the ones that influence things we do, really. Now, she was talking at the Cannes Film Festival while she was launching an auction of a portrait of our wonderful late monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. I have to say, I thought Fergie looked resplendent. She really looked good. And given, as I say, the bad year that she's had, you know, good luck to her. But it got a little bit boisterous, shall we say. And a lot of people don't understand or haven't reported on what's really gone on. This room was allegedly full of A-listers. I would be a bit dubious about that. I've been to the Cannes Film Festival. It's one of those things that it had its golden day when it had stars. I'm talking about Diana Dors, Sophia Loren, those sort of names, big names, you know what I mean? Now, what's interesting here is that she was, as I say, trying to get a message out all about the climate change, which is laughable in itself because 99.9% of the people in the room all came by private jets. It's a bit like Prince Harry. The hypocrisy is laughable. But you see, as Fergie tried to quieten down the room, and you may have seen some of the footage, didn't work at all. The real reason? They were all there for Cher. Now, Cher, of course, a bit of a royal favourite, appeared last year at the Royal Variety Show at London's Royal Albert Hall. So you get the picture. Now, apparently, the Duchess could not get older. She moved the microphone down, she begged them to stop, to listen. Nobody wanted to know. Basically, she got heckled and, you know, how can I put this nicely, removed off the stage in the end. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is it just shows the level of where we're at now with a level of respectfulness. It doesn't matter who you are, if that audience just want that one thing. And clearly, all they really wanted to see was a 60s pop icon, Cher. Now, I would have suggested, if I was doing the PR, that perhaps Cher and the Duchess of York should have gone on together. That way you would have held their attention, Sarah could have got her message across, she could have introduced Cher, and everybody would have been happy. As ever though, seemingly, with Sarah, the Duchess of York, she's very badly advised in the publicity stakes. Now, who does that remind you of? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.